Hi, I'm Eddie Moody. I'm here with Joshua Riggs at the Bethany Church. Let's talk today about some trouble we may have, audio problems from time to time on Tech Tips.
So troubleshooting audio, there's really a very similar process you can take no matter what the issue is. And this would be true with audio, with video, with live stream. Basically, that is you start at the soundboard and then follow the signal path and work your way to the problem that's happening. So let's say, for instance, you've got an acoustic guitar and it's not you're not getting any sound. You've got it plugged in, but it's not working for whatever reason. Start at the soundboard. So I'm here at the soundboard, and for this illustration, let's just say it's on channel 1. Okay, so it's on channel 1. I'm first going to make sure that the channel is unmuted. Okay, it's on. I'm also going to make sure that the master is up. The master fader is up and on, so that's on. And then I'm going to check the actual patching and the input. So the acoustic guitar is plugged into a channel somewhere on the stage. Okay, so let's say it's channel 1. I'm going to make sure that my snake, which is these are the XLR cables coming from the stage, I'm going to make sure that it's plugged into channel 1. And yes, that's channel 1, channel 1. And then for a digital console, you also have to double check and make sure that it's patched correctly. So with a digital console, it can be inputted into channel 1, but it might be patched to channel 5. And that can get confusing, but just make sure, all you have to do is select the channel that you are looking and make sure that the patching is correct. So the fader's up, it's unmuted, it's patched correct, and it's plugged into the right channel. So the next step is to follow the signal path up to the stage. So I'm going to go up to the stage, and I've got my acoustic guitar, and I'm going to first of all make sure that the XLR cable is plugged into the proper channel at the stage. It should be in channel 1. Yes, it's on channel 1. And then I'm going to check that if I'm using a direct box, that the direct box is plugged in. And yes, it's plugged in. And now I'm going to make sure the 1/4 inch cable is plugged in. Yes, it's plugged in. And then I'm going to go up to the guitar and make sure it's plugged in correctly, that the volume's all the way up on the guitar, and that the battery is a full battery. Acoustic guitars often require a 9-volt battery to power the pickup, the microphone pickup. Oftentimes that can be the problem. The acoustic guitar is not working. You just need to change the battery. Okay, so everything's plugged in and it's still not working. So now you're going to work your way back and start replacing each piece of the chain one at a time. So I'm going to, of course, change the battery. That didn't fix it. So now I'm going to use a different 1/4 inch cable to make sure that that cable is good. That didn't fix it. Now I'm going to use a different direct box and make sure that the direct box wasn't the issue. Now I'm going to use a different XLR cable and make sure that wasn't the issue. And somewhere down that chain, somewhere down the line, you're going to figure out where the problem is. So you just replace one piece at a time. Start at the soundboard, work your way to the signal path, replace one piece at a time, and then you eventually you will figure out where the issue is.
So we always start with the soundboard.
Yes.
And we always work methodically instead of just, oh, you try this and you try that.
Right. Yeah, because it's easy to skip something if you don't follow the signal path. If you say, well, check that, and you check that, and then you realize, oh, well, did you actually check the direct box? We forgot to check that. That's what the problem was. And this could be true with if you have a hum or a hiss, you have some extra noise in a microphone or in your sound system. The same troubleshooting applies. Start with the soundboard and then follow the signal path and unplug. And when you get to a certain component or piece, unplug that piece, plug it back in, and if the hiss goes away, then you know that that part of the signal is the part that's giving you the problem. So you can either get it repaired or replace it.
That's good, but that's very helpful because that can be very annoying.
Yes, it can be. And one other tip about troubleshooting is use the time in your rehearsal to fix those problems. And so that means that you need to show up early and just anticipate, we might have an issue. So if you show up 5 minutes before the service starts, you're not going to have any time to troubleshoot any issues that might arise. So show up a little bit early, especially your sound people. Encourage them to show up early so that when something happens, they have time without feeling rushed or stressed. They have time to walk through the steps and troubleshoot what the problem is.
And there's a lot that can go wrong between Wednesday night and Sunday morning.
Yes.
So you can't replace the showing up early and going through
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Joshua, for giving us another important tech tip today. And thank you all for watching and listening today. This is something that everyone could utilize, so please share this with others so that we can be as effective as we can be for the body of Christ.